Hi there, welcome to a unboxing of a Aiwa HS-PS140. This is a new old stock purchased at the end of 2019. I couldn't find much information on this tape player, but I think it dates from the 1990s, mid-90s. And so we're going to open it up and see how it performs. The advert said that it's the box is meant to be open, but it looks very securely together, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, here goes. Pretty tough, but here we go. We're in. So we've got the obvious usual instructions. Tape player itself, it looks like it may have been unwrapped before, hard to tell really. Okay, we can get this apart. Tore that already, that's helpful. Okay, so there's the player itself. And we'll see what else we've got in the box. So we've got the belt clip and the headphones. The advert did say that the foam on the headphones had disintegrated, so this is why we haven't got the foam on the ends here. To be honest, these headphones are pretty crap anyway, so I think we'll be replacing those with a set of decent ones when we come to use it. So we'll get rid of those. Right, so let's see if this thing's work, because obviously this has been sat in a warehouse or on somebody's shelf for 20 odd years. So we'll see if it works, because obviously there's a chance that the belts may have degraded and perished. So we'll see how it goes. I've got some batteries here, so let's see what happens. So which way do they go in? There we go. Something's happened already, so let's stop that. So at least it works, we know that much. Let's see if I can get this battery. So, fine. So far so good. So we're getting movement in the tape deck, so it is working. I suppose I should look at these buttons really. Okay, stop. So let's have a quick look inside. You'll see it's still got the original foam packaging inside the tape mechanism itself, so we'll just take that out. I say apologies for my gammy finger. I cut my finger with the bread knife earlier on, so apologies for that. So it all looks good. It looks clean, no dust. Say it's not a fancy model. It's quite a basic one, but it's quite nice looking, I think, and Aiwa are generally pretty good tape decks, I think. So let's pop a tape in, see how it goes with the tape inside it. Might help if I put it in the right way up. Okay, so we're in. And again, it seems to be playing okay. A bit of a stutter there, I think, on one of the wheels, so slightly concerning. Let's stop it and let's rewind. That seems to be working okay. So, first impressions is it has never been used. I think that's definitely the case. It looks okay. It powers up, it's working, so I need to see how it goes with see if the music actually plays as it should, or whether we've got a load of wow and flutter due to the belts being worn, or any other issue of it being stored for so long. So we'll cut to the music now, and we'll come back in once we've play your of recording of that. I haven't got the speaker set up to do it here, but we'll go and play it somewhere else, take a recording, and then come back and see what we think. Okay, see you later. Right, so the moment of truth, we're over by the kitchen stereo, so we'll run the output of the Walkman through the stereo, so we can all hear it. Not ideal, but it should give us at least an idea of if the sound is okay. I'm using a track off the YouTube library called Bongo Madness, which I saw on a YouTube video by Cassette Comeback. I thought it was rather good, so I thought I'd give it a go here. So let's play it and see how we go. Yeah, the moment of truth. Okay, I would expect something to start coming out by now, perhaps I need to adjust the volume. There we go. That sounds pretty good to me. Just keep it running for a while. So what do you reckon? Sounds pretty good to me. Obviously it's not a well-known track, so I'm not overly familiar with it, but it sounds good. Don't seem to be any obvious wow and flutter. So all in all, I'm pretty chuffed with that. We'll just let it run a bit longer to see how it goes, and then we'll maybe just try and have it wind up again. Just leave it going for a bit longer. Okay, I think we've had enough of that, so we'll cut back to the red carpet and have a round up. See you in a bit. Okay, so that's it. That's pretty successful, I think. All seems to be working fine. I'll just try a fast forward for a while, just to make sure it doesn't sort of run out of steam doing that. Because my previous personal stereo, which I resurrected recently, is the Panasonic. It really struggled to fast forward and rewind, and it had terrible wow and flutter and was really muddy. So I'm just checking to see if this is okay. Seems to be okay. And I say it sounded okay. We'll just stop and rewind it again. So it all looks good. As I say, this is I imagine this was a budget model back in the day. And about a year ago there was quite a lot of excitement about a high-end Aiwa, which a sort of a cache of old stock of that became available, and there's quite a lot of excitement about it. But they were going for about £100. This cost me £15 plus postage, which I thought was pretty good value, to be honest. Just to finish things off, we'll just attach the belt clip to make sure that's okay, but I'm sure it is. Oops. I just need to work out how to put it on. I've not used one. I've used a Sony one before, but not an Aiwa. So suitably embarrassing. There we go. That's all good. So yeah, pretty chuffed with that. As I say, these are available on eBay at the moment. If you're in the UK, on eBay UK, obviously. They're going for £19.99. I made an offer of £15 that was accepted, so it could be worth looking out for those if you fancy a decent personal stereo to play all those lovely tapes which we can't access anymore. It's a couple of weeks later. I've had a chance to test the cassette player with music I'm familiar with, rather than the stuff off YouTube. I noticed that's actually playing too quickly. The speed is wrong. I assume it's because it was sat on a shelf for 2 decades or more, and so it's become slightly out of calibration. So fortunately there's an easy way you can adjust the speed on these models. So on the back of the player, there's a tiny hole just there. I think this is common to Aiwa and Sony models. So you can just find a very small screwdriver like that. Ideally one that's a bit longer than this actually. This one's a bit of a, it's only just long enough, but you pop that in there, and that hole corresponds with the speed adjustment screw inside. There's a flat blade screwdriver, very small. Pop that in there and you'll be able to adjust the speed, turn it one way to make it faster, the other way to turn it to make it slower. I'm not quite sure which way it is now. I did it a week or so ago. But it's very, and you do it while you're playing this music. So if you use a piece of music you're familiar with and you know what it should sound like, and I just did it by ear, so I just played it until it sounded right to my ears. So it's not particularly accurate, but it's good enough. It was good enough for my ears. It's good enough for me. So so that's just an easy, quick way to adjust the speed if you do have an issue with these cassettes, particularly if they've been stored for a long time. So on that note, hopefully that helps somebody, and I'll close the video there. Thanks for watching. See you next time.